Yo, what is good? It's that boy Gibbs back with actually, it's been a little hiatus, I'd say. So I would say I'm back from a little hiatus, man. But it's the new year, and hopefully we can get every card broke down this year. Um, we need to get some subs on the videos. I be having 30 views, no subs for the video. I'm like, dang, man. So let's get some more subs. Keep me motivated to go, cause I'm making money. So it's up to y'all if y'all want to get the content. So having said all that, let's go ahead and break the card down. We're gonna try to break it down a little earlier, a little quicker than we usually do. Try to get y'all out of here within 20 minutes. So Joshua Van, Felipe Booms, it's really a non-binary fight. So Felipe, he's trying to get you to the ground, tap you out, get you in some bad spots. Josh Van, he's trying to get you out of there with that relentless pressure. Prior to the coming to the UFC, he had been finishing all his fights, but he got to the big level, and he came out with two decision wins, but he's still winning. His only loss came from submission. It was a rear naked choke. But I think in this fight, could Felipe Booms win? Absolutely. But a guy who's already lost six fights in the regional scenes, probably not going to get it done. So let me go ahead and get Joshua Van to get his first knockout in the UFC. I'm going Josh Van TKO, round two maybe. Nicholas Moda versus Tom Nolan. So we're gonna slide over here because he doesn't have a picture. So here's what I'll say. Everybody, if y'all hear anybody else's predictions this week, it's gonna be a whole lot of Nicholas Moda's washed up. Nicholas Moda is trash, and that might be the case. But here's what I will say: Tom Nolan's pretty green, and I just feel like if Nicholas Moda is upset and he tries to come out and really try to get him out of here, Tom Nolan's hittable. He really is hittable. I've been watching film all day. And Tom Nolan, he is good, but he's green. He's 23 years old from Australia. And he's a big favorite. So for me, this is a prove it spot. You got to show me what you are. But what I will say, he's really big for the division. So he'll be towering over Nicholas Moda in the fight. But sometimes I feel like he's hittable and he can be taken down. That's what I've seen from the film. But he is good though, and I'll admit that he is good. But the question, can he get it done in the big field? Can he? That's just what I need to know. But he does have nice hands. I'm gonna go ahead and go Tom Nolan by knockout, but I feel like I can go the other way too. If you want to hedge it, this would be a good hedge spot. Tom Nolan by TKO is the pick. So we got Gene Silva versus Weston Wilson. Um, it's funny because Gene Silva, he's coming in on short notice actually, and yet he's still a big favorite. So I thought that was interesting. Um, so we got 6'1" to 5'7", 34 to 27 years old. And then Weston Wilson has a 4-inch reach advantage at 73 to his 29. Gene Silva will be in the orthodox stance for how long the fight will be on the feet. Um, he's trying to get the fight to the ground, and he's trying to tap you out. Weston Wilson, he's been finished in every way of you can think about it. He's been knocked out. He's been submitted. He sometimes I just feel like he's not UFC caliber, and he is long, like I had noted, but like I said, he can lose. He can lose in any fashion. Like he has two losses TKO, four losses in submission, two losses by decision. And then something that's very noteworthy, he was 0-3 in LFA. How can you be 0-3 in the LFA, man? You're not gonna win. You ain't gonna win in the big show if you're 0-3 in the LFA. So I'm going Gene Silva by submission. Gene Silva, he's a killer. He can knock you out. Um, I feel like sometimes I feel like Weston Wilson, he just gives his neck up. So he could knock Weston Wilson out, but I'm gonna go submission. But if you go inside the distance, that'll probably be the best play. So if you go Gene Silva inside the distance round one, that'll probably be the best play. But If you're just watching it for a fan, trying to see what you're gonna get, Weston Wilson's gonna get put out. But Weston, I'm wishing you the best of luck. So we got Fareed Basharat versus Taylor Lapilus, and in my opinion, Taylor Lapilus he lost his last fight. I felt like Logney he was controlling him, and Taylor didn't really do much. And we got Fareed Basharat. He's the brother of Javid, and he's the worst one of them. But they're both undefeated, so it's hard to sit here and say that he's the worst version of them. Um, Fareed, he only has one win by TKO out of his 11. So you see his 11, he's 10-0. If you want to take out his one knockout, he has 6 submissions and 4 decisions. So Taylor Lapilus, the way he loses, really is decision. He hasn't been finished. This fight's going to decision, and that would probably be the best play on it. But I just feel like Taylor Lapilus, he just be fighting to survive sometimes, and he's good, but he's not very Basharat good though. So I definitely think that this is a very winnable fight for Fareed Basharat. If he can't get past Taylor Lapilus, he can't get past anybody. But it should be a good fight though, because Taylor Lapilus isn't no slouch. Let's make that clear. But if we're talking about an undefeated prospect, yeah, he should get it done. Next up, we got Marcus McGee versus Gaston Bolaños. And then, so if you don't know who Gaston Bolaños is, he's actually a kickboxer who actually used to kickbox back with the little guys, and he's good. He is good. He's the big underdog in this one too, plus 225. It's weird. So, since this is the first fight back, we just been having a lot of time to actually just sit on these fights and think about them. And you know, after breaking this fight down, still something scares me about this fight. Something scares me. Um, Marcus McGee, the big favorite, he came in, beat Jerry Newsom, and then he knocked out JP Bays. But let's be honest though, are those quality wins though? Like let's keep it a buck. If we're gonna dig in a little bit deeper into his record, okay, he beat him. He beat a guy who's 1-1, 0-1. Okay, this is a good win. 6-3 guy. Let's go see what his record is now. He's 6-6 now, so it's not so much of a good win now. These wins aren't really adding. They're not aging really well. Then he beat a guy. He beat a guy who was 6-4, and then the first time he actually went against somebody who was good in Rafael do Nascimento, in 6-1, he got rear naked choked. Now here's what I will say. The issue with this fight is Gaston Bolaños. He ain't coming in here trying to submit anything. He's trying to sleep you. He has 6 wins by knockout. He has 2 losses by submission. And he has 1 loss by decision. So basically, um, it's kind of like somebody's gonna lose in a fashion that they're not used to losing in. That's what I will say. Or if you want to have a sneaky way of playing this fight, Marcus McGee by submission, that might be a sneaky way of playing this fight. Um, yeah. So the call on that one is Marcus McGee by submission. Next up, we got Matthew Samuelsberger versus Preston Parsons, and Preston Parsons, he's been gone for a minute. He's been out for a little bit. What is it? So yeah, he's been out. Let me check. I'm on his Tapology too right now. Yeah, so he hasn't fought since March of 2023. So that's coming on 2 years. Yeah, coming on a year. He was supposed to be fighting Bazel Hafiz on this card, but Matthew Samuelsberger, he came in short notice. So Matthew Samuelsberger, he's actually been he's really upset, man. I be looking a little bit on the Instagram, and was talking about how he ain't got much to say on this. He's not doing no interviews. It's a camp, so that should be interesting. Um, I don't know. I definitely feel like Preston Parsons should maybe grind him out and then get him to the ground. But I just feel like he's real hittable, and I don't know. But what I will say is Matthew Samuelsberger has been losing to the best of the best. Um, Chaos Williams, Alex Morono, which, he looks like a pussy, but he's not. He is pretty good. Jeremiah Wells, that guy, he's kind of looking like a fraud to me. Yeah, he's big, black, and scary, but he's kind of looking like a fraud to me, TBH. Um, Euros Medic, I actually called that one. I called that a knockout. So, I've been pretty good at calling Matthew Samuelsberger fights. And I feel like this is a fight where Preston Parsons should win, but I feel like Matthew Samuelsberger is going to knock him out. Yep, he's going to knock him out. That's what's going to happen. Sometimes you can just have the better fighter. You can have a better cardio, better everything, but then except for the power. And sometimes I feel like in this fight, that's something that you just can't deny. So, yeah, man, we're going to go ahead and go Matthew Samuelsberger to go ahead and get the knockout. So we're going to keep this one quick in Waldo Cortez Acosta versus Andre Arlovsky. Andre Arlovsky's 44 years old. The dude's old, and, yeah, I feel like Waldo Cortez Acosta is going to probably knock him out. So, yeah, next up, we're going to go ahead and go Bruno Ferreira versus Phil Hawes. Shoot. This is actually a pretty good fight, I must admit. So we'll go ahead and break this down. Phil Hawes, 6 foot. Bruno Ferreira, 5'10". To be honest with you, Phil Hawes, he is so suspect, bro, when it comes to the chin, man. I just feel like he's been getting rocked and wobbled in every fight that he's been in, bro. Like if I'm gonna go to his record, bro, I think he's been knocked out in every fight that he's lost. So he got submitted. He got submitted by who did he get submitted by, bro? I forgot who it was. Oh yeah, so I remember I was watching tape before he first got in the UFC. A guy named Luis Taylor he got submitted by. But every fight that he's lost in the UFC, he's been knocked out. Yep, he's been knocked out in every fight. Chris Curtis counter left hook. That was the start of his demise. Roman Dolidze knocked him out with a hook, and then Ikram Aliskerov knocked him out. Like, these are legit knockouts. Like, some people in boxing, they'll just say knockout. No, these are legit knockouts. Chris Curtis was like a rocked and wobbled TKO, but nah, man, Phil Hawes, man, if he gets knocked out again, he might want to consider retiring because at 35 years old, and he looks younger than that. Like, to be honest with you, he looks young. He does look a little old, but to be honest with you, yeah, he looks like he's probably like 30, 32. Bruno Ferreira, he's pretty good. He suffered his first loss of his career. He was fighting Nursultan Razabov. He's pretty good though. He knocked him out. I was like, whoa, first round. So if you want to get Bruno Ferreira out of there, first round knockout. So both these guys, they got knocked out in their last fight. So basically, you would think that they could probably be scared. Well, actually, if we're being honest, Phil Hawes, he's been knocked out in his last 2 fights. And every time he loses in the UFC, he's been knocked out in the first round. So someone's getting knocked out in the first round, man. This is a first round fight. Someone's getting knocked out. I got Bruno Ferreira knocking Phil Hawes out. Just because like we haven't seen Phil Hawes get slept like that. I mean, we haven't seen Bruno Ferreira get slept like that. But we've seen Phil Hawes be slept on multiple occasions. So yeah, I gotta go Bruno Ferreira. Now, here's the most interesting fight on the card. Ricky Simon versus Mario Bautista. And I got to go Mario Bautista. I just feel like Mario Bautista has the better wrestling defense. I feel like, yeah, Ricky Simon has the better offensive wrestling, but I feel like they're going to cancel out each other. And Mario Bautista has better hands. Ricky Simon has a better gas tank. We did see Damon Blackshear go in there and kind of grind out Mario Bautista a little bit. Yeah, but I gotta go ahead and say that Mario Bautista's gonna go ahead and get it done. Ricky Simone, he got knocked out in his last one versus Song Yadong, but prior to that, he's had some very good wins. If I'm being honest, Ricky Simone, he beat Jake Shore. He went in there and knocked out Rafael Sunsao. That was a pretty good win. Um, that was pretty good. He beat Ray Borg, Ronnie Yaya. He beat Montel Jackson. He took his O. He just has some good wins on his record. But I feel like he's been knocked out before. Um, he's been knocked out twice before actually. I don't know if you guys remember when he got knocked out by Uriah Faber. But yeah, man, I gotta go with Mario Bautista to get it done by knockout. Jim Miller versus Gabriel Mowgli Benitez. And if I'm being honest with you, bro, like that man Jim Miller, but I feel like this is a good matchup for him. Like he's the better wrestler. Mowgli, he don't really be fighting for real, for real. Whenever things get tough out in there, man, he finds the way out. He ain't got that Mexican heart like regular fighters, like regular Mexican fighters. He quits, straight up quits, and I feel like Jim Miller can find that quit button in him, and I feel like he can get him out of there and be ready for UFC 300. So I gotta go Jim Miller by TKO. He could crack and tap him too. Now, don't sleep on that crack and tap because Mowgli, he's been submitted 2 times in his career. So, but a lot of people got Mowgli to get it done, and I'm not one of them people. I got him going 7-7 for his UFC career, and he's gonna be done after this. We got Mateus Nicolau versus Manel Cape, and these guys actually fought before. Manel Cape, I think he fought him in his second fight in the UFC. Yeah, I go ahead and press all, see all. He fought, yep. So he fought Pantoja. He lost that, and then this was a split decision loss. So they really think that he's gonna get it done. I remember in that fight, when I was watching it, he just kept slipping, bro. I was like, damn, it's like he kept slipping, bro. Yeah, so I got Manel Cape to probably get it done by knockout. But he hasn't been knocking people out. Like he burnt me in my last ticket. I had him to knock Felipe out. But he did good though. Felipe did good to not get knocked out. So I gotta give him credit for that. I got Manel Cape by knockout today though. He needs to make a statement in the co-main event. That's what I got. Here we go. We got the motherfucking main event of the motherfucking evening. We got Magomed Ankalaev versus Johnny Walker. Um, Johnny Walker 6'6" to Magomed 6'3", both 31 years old. Johnny Walker has a 7-inch reach advantage. They're both going to be in the orthodox stance, so they're both right-handers. Um, Honestly, I feel like Magomed, everybody be like, oh, he's boring this, he's boring that, he's boring this. But nah, he knows how to win fights, bro. He knows how to win fights. You can say what you want about the guy. He was on his way to winning before he kneed him in the head. Stupid. One could say that Magomed doesn't have the best IQ, but I would definitely say that he's pretty good. Johnny Walker surely doesn't have the best IQ. Johnny Walker, he's been knocked out a lot of times in his career. It's concerning. There's gonna be one time where Johnny Walker, and I don't want to put that in the air, but he's been knocked out 4 times in his career, and shit, I say 7 times if you want to include the fight where he got knocked out 3 times in one fight. 8 times if you want to include when he was rocked and wobbled all over the place versus Ryan Spann. Um, it was just crazy. He's just been knocked out a lot. But I gotta go Magomed Ankalaev to win by submission. I feel like that is how he's gonna lose this game, this fight. And to be honest with you, Johnny Walker's only been submitted 1 time in his career, but I just don't see him knocking him out. I just do not see him knocking him out. Um, Shoot, Magomed actually only has one win by submission. Yeah, he's 1-1 to the submission. So, yeah, man, Johnny Walker. I feel like just when they get in there, like it's gonna be the same thing what happened last time. Like if he wanted to, he could have had the little John Jones guillotine on the cage if he wanted to, but that wasn't the way he chose. So I'm gonna go Magomed Ankalaev by TKO or submission. So let me go ahead and run back my picks. They're not switching. I got Joshua Van by TKO. I got Tom Nolan to win, but it's a prove it spot. I got Gene Silva to win by TKO or submission. I'm leaning towards submission. I got Fareed Basharat to win by decision. I got Marcus McGee to win by submission. I got Matthew Samelsberger to win by TKO. I got Waldo Cortez Acosta to win by TKO. I got Bruno Ferreira to win by TKO. Excuse me, that's KO. That ain't TKO. When we talking Phil Halls, that's KO, baby. Mario Bautista versus Ricky Simone. I got Mario Bautista by submission. I want to say submission. I want to say submission. I want to say submission because I don't know. He can get caught in a darts or something. That's a very good fight. I got Jim Miller by TKO. I got Manel Cape to win by TKO. And I got Magomed to win by submission. So that's the picks, y'all. We're going to go ahead and get out of here, get y'all out of here. Hopefully it wasn't as long as it usually are, but hey, man, I gotta do what I gotta do, man. I ain't gonna just rush the picks, man. Hey, make sure you leave a like and a sub on your way out, please, and I would appreciate it. For more videos from Gibbs in the future, go ahead and sub, my boy or my girl. You never know. Shoot. Hey, man, have a great night.